Hello. Good morning. I just realized that my stream has been in complete silence for the past 8 minutes because OBS updated last night, and even though I checked it and made sure all my stuff was configured, apparently when I opened it this morning it sure wasn't. So sorry about that. It was just music. It wasn't anything important. But golly, I'm sure glad that I noticed. I guess that about tracks, right? Oh. Oh well. You know, that's what I get because normally before I start streaming I do like a sound test. I'll just do like a local recording and just check things are kind of approximately okay. And I didn't because I was like, well, it's fine because I checked everything last night and should have done it the one time I didn't. Hello, Rampant Bacon. Good evening to you. Howdy. How are you doing today? How was your Saturday? My audio has definitely been working this entire time since I started. I'm so afraid now to swap over. I'm sure it'll be fine because it looked okay. Yay, it's fine. Okay, good. Going good? Good. I'm glad. Playing some Baldur's Gate 3 with your cousin? Nice! What are you guys playing in it? What are your characters? Oh my gosh. Hang on, let me... Is that better? Okay. Okay. Oh gosh, okay. Everything's fine. Ugh. How's my pen doing? Oh, okay, it's fine. I was just letting my Apple Pen charge for a second, but it's okay. It's got plenty of juice. Just like me. That was kind of a visual joke. I picked up my apple juice. Sorry. Ugh. I'm incredibly tired. I'm not gonna lie. I really almost booted up this stream as like a Stardew Valley or a Final Fantasy or just a Snufkin or something kind of stream today instead of art, but I'm like, really want to draw. I want to finish these things I've been working on. So to be honest, actually we're gonna get out of here. I'm gonna do some warm-up. I'm not gonna do my orb warm-ups, I'm just gonna doodle, I think. I don't really know what I'm gonna doodle, but I'm just gonna go. We will just draw a Woosie. I need to finish Baldur's Gate 3. I got like 2 Act 3. And then I don't remember why. I think I just like needed a break just because it's such a dense game. I don't think there was anything like particular reason. But then they kept doing like huge updates and I'm like, okay, I'll just wait. But now I'm like, I was so close to the end. Well, I guess I wasn't like super close. I'm sure I had like plenty of stuff to do, but you know what I mean. I try to not do like any undos here. Look at her, she's my little French fry. Put her over there. Banui. Oh, she's in her little hay box. She munches. And she crunches. Should do her little. Oh, well, I don't want it to be that small. I do want a nice big wonky head. Bun! Bun. Bun. Hello! Good morning. Oh my god, I went to hit my 7 and I hit 5, I think. Sorry. Hello, good morning. How are you doing today? I'm not doing orb warm-ups, I'm just doing doodling warm-ups because I'm sleepy and I don't want to draw orbs. I want to doodle. How was your week? It looks like you got little shirts on. Can't stay long because I'm gonna head out for an early morning haircut. Nice! A haircut is so refreshing. I'm doing okay. I'm just had a long week. Nothing happened. It's just, you know, some weeks are just like that, you know. You know, I've been wondering. And tuck out stuff. For real, yeah. How would he look with long hair? I feel like he could make it work. I feel like a kid could make long hair work. You know, just the fact that his head is an oval aside. Oh, strange. Hopefully everything is okay audio-wise, because I didn't do a sound test like normal before I went live, and the first 8 minutes of the stream was complete silence on my starting screen, which is fine because it was just on the starting screen, but I was like, it's fine. I haven't changed anything. OBS didn't update, but I looked last night and everything looked okay. And then I opened it this morning and everything was not okay. It sounds fine. Okay, good. Oh, it's monoline. Okay. Okay, my son, your head is an orb, but I feel like you could make long hair work. A nice little earring. Yeah. He's cute. Okay. I'm gonna draw. You know what I want to draw? Oops. Okay, well, that was my brain misfiring. He's up to no good. Am I coloring? What if the first half of the stream is coloring and the second half is just like Oblivion or something? Then I'd have to configure Oblivion. I also don't know if Oblivion will run. Oblivion might crash. I mean, it runs fine, but like, I don't know how it would do it being streamed via OBS. My computer is not chunky. I could boot up my Stardew file on my Switch. Well, now I want to clean up the loose. I need Willy to send me the letter to fix his boat so I can go to Ginger Island. Because I basically finished everything in, like, actual Pelican Town. And my farm is pretty much automated. Which means that there's nothing for me to do. And he should be sending me a letter to be like, hey, I got this boat in my shop, but it's broken. And if you fix it, we can go to this other area with lots of stuff to do. But he won't send it to me. And I don't know why. Because I think the only requirement is that, like, completed the community center, which I have. I don't really know, like, what else I can do. I wonder what the prerequisites. Yeah, I know it happened as soon as that update went live for my main save, but I never got. Yeah, I had another file that like I actually like went there and I was like I did the part of like the cavern there. I don't think I ever finished like fully doing like Ginger Island and stuff. But I did a lot, and because it was all brand new, and then I was like, oh, I got very quickly overwhelmed because it was almost too much. But then now my new file, he just like won't send me a letter, and I'm like halfway through winter. I'm like halfway through like the current season, and I'm like, okay, well, it's not like it'll take a couple days since I finished like, I think I finished the community center in like autumn or something. And now I'm in winter and I'm just like, are you gonna... Like, it's been just a couple days or so, or like a week in game. It's been essentially a quarter of a year, and he just like won't send it to me, and I'm like, Willie, please. Same thing with apparently there's like movies or something. That I've never seen. I have no idea how to get that, and I'm kind of like... I kind of want to just look it all up, but then I'm like, well, don't look it up. I know, yeah. I saw like on certain villagers' pages, like, here's their favorite movies and concessions. And I'm like, their favorite what? Their favorite what? Like, what? This is me on my phone. So I know how to draw 3D things, I promise. Yeah, I'm like flabbergasted. I literally just rebought some. Yeah, I I have been jonesing to play because I played a lot of like Sunhaven. Excuse me. But Sunhaven is for now at least only on PC, and I really wanted to play like a cozy farming game, like in bed, to kind of help me wind down. And so I started replaying Stardew on my Switch, and it's been a lot of fun. I like both games a lot. And when Sunhaven comes out on Switch, I will also be rebuying it because I'm just like that. But yeah, and then the new patch is gonna come out for Stardew. We're gonna put in a whole bunch of new stuff. I like all the like quality of life stuff he's been. Excuse me. I'm so sorry. Is it planned for Switch release? I think I saw that they were talking about it. I just don't know when. Because they're adding in a whole new, like... Probably, like, a whole new area, it looked like. For, like, the ocean people. I like them as little things. So, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Let me take a drink. Sorry about that. They're just like stuck in my throat. And I have a bun. Have you played I have not played Coral Island, but I have heard a lot of very, very good things about it. I've heard it's super, super fun and just lovely. And you know, now that I'm thinking about it, these three games sound similar to Triangle. Yeah. Yeah. It's not finished, so don't buy it yet. Okay, maybe that's why I hadn't played it yet, because I wanted to let it kind of develop more. That's kind of my thing with Palia, is like, I really, really like a lot of things at Palia, but it's just, it feels like it's barely out of alpha. Like, it's supposedly open beta, but the way that it just absolutely breaks every time they put in the tiniest little update is like, this game is not ready to play. I will come back later one day because I really enjoy it. Like the amount that I played it, I was liking it, but they put out a new like story update and I literally can't do it because it's just bugged, and I'm like, I can't progress because it's broken. Like, I don't know what you want from me. So I was like, oh, we'll come back later. The 1.0 release, but you still can't talk to sea people. What's a coral island? What's the point? If I'm on an island, I can't talk to the sea people. This is what she does, by the way. She's like this. She's got her little like head down and her little snoot. She got her very tiny ears. She's got her like limbs tucked under her. She literally just looks like this, like as I'm like petting her. This is me. Oh, I'm gonna try my. This is me petting her, like pet, 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 pet. She's a little peanut, yeah. She's all cozy. I had to take her to the vet the other day just to get her nails clipped, because she will absolutely not let me do them. With Oreo, I could kind of do like a few at a time. Like, he didn't like it either, but I could like soothe him and pet him enough that he'd let me cut a few nails, and so I could do like a few per day, right? And that was fine. She's like, not happening. So I have to take her to get them cut, and she was so like, oh my god. She's like, what's happening? It's like, baby, it's okay. Like, it's okay. And she was like, oh, where am I? It's like, babe, it's gonna be okay. No paw touching. No, she hates it. Rabbits usually don't like it when you touch their feet, but she's like, don't even try it. I'll joke that I'm like, can I hold your hand? And I'll just like touch her little paw, and she'll like pull it away. She's like, no. Yeah, she doesn't really like to be picked up either. I feel like most animals don't like it. Yeah. Are the dogs like, don't mind us touching their feet, but they hate getting their nails cut? Which in their defense is because when they were little, my mom didn't do it properly and kept cutting their quick, and so now obviously they do not like it. Little bunny. Which is kind of why I have to like take Mallow to go get her nails trimmed, because I wouldn't mind if it was like a 2-person job, but I'm like, you know, I would have to trust that she would hold Mallow properly, which like she knows how to hold a rabbit. Like she had rabbits herself in her life, but they were very well behaved rabbits, so they wouldn't kick and squirm like Mallow does. So you need to like really know how to hold her. And then vice versa, if I hold her, I can't really trust my mom to not cut her quick, and so I'm like, well, I guess I have to take you to the vet. Spine, yeah, because she's so like, and when they hold her, it was kind of funny because the vet like, the vet tech was holding her, like braced her arms, and like was holding her like sandwiched in between. It's like, yeah, sorry. I think most animals don't like, whenever I touch Oliver's feet, he's like, what the fuck, only I can touch people's feet, proceeds to court people's feet in the summer. Yeah, listen, if he's a foot guy, he's a foot guy. We're not gonna judge. I just gotta give her a little squish every now and then. Birds have interesting tastes. See, I don't know anything about domestic pet birds. I have never owned one, and I have not done enough research into them. I think they're cute. That's why I don't have one, because I'm like, I don't know enough about this to take care of this animal. Foot cording is not uncommon. That's interesting. I wonder why. Is it just because, like, when they're on the ground, it's the closest thing to them? Is it a shape? Is it a smell thing? I don't know. How I feel about buns. Yeah. Same with cats, too, is I'm like... I know general information about cats, but I do not know enough to be, like, an owner of one. I wonder if toes look like baby birds. Maybe. Like little piggies, you know? There we go. It's kind of horrific. They kind of look like little claws. They look like little talons. And Oliver's just like, I gotta get me some of that. You're just becoming a little mush pile as I pet you. Little jelly, little melted jello. But you could be stepped on to the— yeah. That was as I miss it every day. I miss it every day, but when I would like stand up or something or walk in the room, Oreo would like circle me because he was so happy to see me. But it also made walking very difficult because you'd be like trying to walk. Oh, I fucked up that leg. You'd be like trying to walk and he'd be like just circling you. It's like, please, I can't. You'd have to like, you have to just like shuffle your way across the room. Mal only does that when I very first get up because she's like, am I getting a treat? Am I getting a snack? Am I getting a snack? And usually the answer is yes. She gets a single papaya cube. Just like the tiniest little, it's literally like that size, real size. She gets one. It's like a little snack. Which is funny because I asked them, does she have a dewlap? No, I got her spayed before she could develop one. She has no primordial pouch. So she's kinda, she just has like the normal, like, fluff. She doesn't have like a profound lap. Yeah, if you get it done fast enough, it seems like, because it develops with their hormones to kind of like pull from the fur to help make their nests. And she didn't need to do that because kind of once she went into puberty, I suppose, I was like, all right, well, you have to get spayed because yeah, they'll kind of pull from it and so that they have like materials to make their nest for their babies. I mean, like, they'll use other stuff as well, but they'll kind of help. So she doesn't need it because she never got into a stage of making little kits. Not that I was ever going to breed her either way, but I've just seen it used as, I mean, I would imagine is also quite cozy. I feel like I kind of do the same, right? It's like, yes, my many chins. I am cozy now. Can I be done petting you? Okay. Alright, well, I think that these are good little silly doodles. Because I'm gonna go into coloring anyway. We're We're gonna color this. I'm gonna color this. I think these lines look okay. Yeah, okay. Oh, this was the question, was do I want to merge this whole thing? Maybe not for now, I'll leave this separate, but I might end up merging the entire line art onto one layer and... Okay, Mel, I do wish you were sitting a little bit closer to me, because I'm kind of having to like reach over to pet you. It's quite uncomfortable. Not that you care, but... Okay. Get the rest of these out of here. And I could just clean up these layers, but I want to just make sure it really is clean. I'll just do them scratch. Gotta go have a good rest of your... Well, thanks for stopping by. Enjoy your haircut. And enjoy your day out. And I hope you have a good rest of your Saturday. Thanks for stopping by. Oh. I don't think I even want to do like a reference layer and an autofill, because sometimes that will still... I'll still have to go back over it anyway to make sure that the fill threshold actually filled in. So I might as well just do it from scratch. I don't mind. I like coloring anyway. Yeah, it looks like I probably colored with like an airbrush or something, so just make sure everything's uniform and solid. Excuse me. Ooh. Okay, Miss Ma'am, I really... You gotta come closer. No, now you're done. Like, alright, forget it. Stop petting me. I literally missed a spot right here. Okay. She's done. She's like, alright, I guess that was a good enough petting session. I can let you get back to work. If she was more chill and I had a proper setup, I wouldn't mind putting like a bun cam, but alas. Hey, Sugar Cube, you're back. Yep, there she goes. I'll remove her. There she goes. Off into the world. Well, then actually, I should probably run around for a little bit and then probably take a nap. Oh, wait, did I go with red shoes? Yeah, I did. Okay. Oh, this is red. I mean, that's fine. It's not a big deal, but... I remember looking at it and I was like, is this not supposed to be white? I wonder why there's no white there. Because it's not supposed to be white. Yeah, silly Billy. You know, can I artist fake this? I feel like probably no, but worth a shot. I mean, you know, it didn't work out too badly. All things considered. Oh golly, I forgot that I got back. This one almost looks like flipped for some reason. It's fine. Okay, well that was a time saver. I don't think that would have taken up too much time, but... Hello, Curious Harpy, welcome on in! I am just drawing a little personal piece of my character Aurelia and my friend's character Layth. I just wanted to do something nice and gooey and cheesy. How are you doing today? Doing good, good. I'm glad to hear it. Ooh. The rest of his stuff black? Oh, okay. just doing the flats for it now. And I might do some shading, depending on time, but we'll see. Should probably be white underneath, but I feel like they'll be white. Well, no, I'll have to go see. It's a bit stark where it is, but I also don't have the stone colored in yet, so maybe it won't be so bad. I need to change it, I can't. No, this is not... Is this black? I need to look at his reference real quick. Because I do not remember. I feel like his outfit has like some yellow gold in it, which I may have made the choice to not include for the sake of the palette, but I don't remember now. Oh, these are going back way too far. Oh, you know what I can do? Instead of doing that, why don't I just go back to the original? Yeah. This was the very original sketch where it was extremely rough and I was kind of just laying down color blocks. Okay, it was black. Okay. And now we're all the way here. Nice cleaned up line art. And this also, so it was black, and this little piece technically wasn't visible. Okay, I will still leave it, but I'll have to keep an eye out for how it looks. I think his outfit did have some golds and yellows, but I changed them and I don't mind. I do not mind the change. I think overall it'll look better. Now, if these are the colors, instead of applying a filter, I should really just... just do this. It's going to look extremely blue, but once these are recolored, I'm gonna get rid of the filter. Oh, I can't get rid of the filter yet, but I can move it down so that I can get the background colors. They're so blue! That's fine. So we can just put it... Yeah. I'm gonna keep those separated for now. Well, I guess I dark color the background, actually. So let me... No, I'm not gonna get rid of them. I was gonna get rid of them so that I could see, but... I think it'll be better if I leave them in. There's gonna be some overlap here-ish, but I'm gonna shade this and that'll help break it up. Which actually also, on this layer, good. I'm gonna just minuscule pixels, but okay, and then actually I'll just do this now so that I don't lose the colors. Okay. Yeah, I can assist because it'll be under them, it won't be too. It'll save me time. Excuse me. I might end up lightening. Well, I guess the shading kind of helps keep it distinct from the railing and stuff. I'll think about it. I can always adjust it later. Why we're using layers. I feel like I definitely want the floor on a different layer. so I don't go out of bounds and not realize it until it's too late. Guess we'll just do the background too. Well, I could probably just it'll be underneath everything, so. I should redo it because like the other colors, if I did it with like an airbrush, then it might not be solid in some spots where I need it to be. Would it be that big of a deal? No, but I just like to make sure. I don't like that because it's gonna do it. I'd rather just by hand. Fishmage, hello, Cray. Or oh, sorry. Hi, Fishmage. Welcome in. I just. my brain really just short-circuited. Sorry. How are you doing today? How's your Saturday? Simple-minded, hopefully in a good way. Ah, see, even here, I did this to myself as I left holes. There we go. They're still here. Okay, there we go. Ramadan, so you're fasting? Ah, I see. "24 days left. Not too bad." Oh, excuse me a second. Sorry, my throat's been really dry. So I just have to keep clearing my throat. Well, I hope your Ramadan has been going well, overall. Let's look at these. Oh, not that one. And this one. attacked by a blanket? Are you now forced to be snuggly and cozy? In a tragic twist of fate. Imprisoned. I think I am gonna do. Oh wait. Oh dear. That was yesterday. Well, there's always time to be cozy. And oh, it would help if I have the layer that I need checking. What is this? What is this what are these pixels? Hello? So it was night and I woke up and I couldn't move. Ah. That happens to me all the time, especially because I toss and turn at night. And I will just end up like completely cocooned. Just on the one side. Strange. I've put it over here. Or the inverse is I will cocoon myself and then during the night I will unburrito. And I will free myself. Oh, we still have the color. Okay, I don't need to go grab it. Okay. Is it straight? Or at least straight enough, I mean. Yeah, sorry. Okay. That's just how you know you were just like super ultimately cozy. Could not get out, you were trapped. Prisoner to fate and the blanket. I suppose it just means that you had the rare decision that, well, guess I'll stay in bed. I can't move. Oh no, what a tragedy. Oh, so sad. No, definitely I would get up, but I mean, I'm stuck, yeah. I still kind of feel like I want to lighten this bench. Oh my gosh, I didn't even notice that I didn't color these in. What am I doing? What am I doing? Okay, here we go. I decided I'll call for help, but it was like an octopus tentacle. Just completely. You were swaddled. Thoroughly and irrevocably. Or work. It's like a string jacket, yeah. Just unable to move. Well, hopefully that just means that you were super, super cozy. I keep doing this, I keep drawing the line, and I'm not even... I'm on the right layer, but the layer beneath it that I need is not visible. Okay, that's fine. You know, I suppose I could just use the rectangle tool now that I'm thinking about it, but it's fine. It's fine. Actually, does the rectangle tool... No, it does not. So I couldn't do it this. I could do it on a straight across, but not on these mirrored ones. That's okay. Oh, to be honest, this is probably all gonna be in shadow back here. Do it on this one because this one isn't mirrored. She's kind of hiding it. This one. I keep doing that thing where I fall asleep and I open my mouth, a chunk of blanket got in my mouth. Just inhaled it. You were indeed thoroughly swaddled then. I keep doing the thing where I am so cold when I go to bed, and so I burrito myself up, and then I wake up and I've kicked off half the blankets. I'm like, man. Oh, what the hell? Yep. Just... Oh, now this. This I can go across. Yeah. There will be shadows cast. I think these shadows are going to look a bit wonky, but you know what? I don't care. Art is fake. Yeah. There was something I had seen. Yes. Where was it a part of? Huh? What? Huh? What? Oh. I see. It's the white is missing. That's what it... I thought something was layered over it. Oh, that would make sense actually, because yeah, their flats are above the background, of course. That's fine. Stuck for 2 whole days. Oh, big stretch. But you finally made your way out. Stuck for 12 hours. I mean... Oh. I didn't see this was gone, and I just saw all the scribbling, and I was like, what happened? I mean, it sounds like a perfect time for just like a solid nap, you know? It was fate. You were meant. I couldn't sleep, I got terrified. No, you were gonna be okay. It's okay. Help would have arrived. It's like this is some creature. Something has latched on. Only moderately darker. Interesting. Like when something just like brushes your leg and you're like, oh my god, this is it. And then it's just like a hair or something. Okay, and then I'll do individual shading on the bricks, but maybe not quite yet. Still want to. Some hard shading down first. Oh yeah, an arc. Yeah, perfect. Thank you. Thanks, Procreate. You're a real chum. Well, I've just done this by hand. So if I moved 1 inch, the blanket would get stiff. Yeah, it was just like pulled so taut around you. I'm gonna just do this and then we'll just... Oh no, is my eraser a airbrush? I mean, that's okay, but I just gotta harden that edge again. There we go. This has been too much in bed, maybe. I mean, it's okay. Well, I shouldn't say that because tossing and turning usually means that you're not really getting restful sleep. As somebody who tosses and turns a lot and does not get restful sleep. But hopefully it was okay. Maybe you were just so cozy. Maybe that's how you got burritoed, is you were so cozy. And so deeply asleep, you didn't even notice. Which would be good, in a way. I think... Do you want to do this? And then just along the edge. Because when I calm down, I was like, I'll do a humming sound until somebody hears me. Just any noise. Oh, I have to shade these flowers. It's gonna take forever. Okay, let me stretch real quick. Everyone also stretch if need be. Oof. Pop my shoulder. like this blue. I'm stretching my one arm back while I do this with my left hand. So I am, in fact, stretching. Okay, well then I don't need this hard light layer anymore because I have all my colors. I embarrassed myself for 5. I don't think you should be embarrassed. You're fine. You know, truthfully, I didn't really think of this, that I have to shade this entire picture, and I hate shading. A lot of people don't like line art. I love line art. Shading and rendering? Ugh. Ugh. That's the pain point for me. But until then, I can keep doing some cell shading. Okay, just on assist, okay. So that this is mirrored. Oh god, where am I even gonna begin? These little guys. I'm just so it was embarrassing to me. Well, I understand. I don't think you have any reason to be embarrassed, but I understand. I am much the same way. I get anxious very easily, and then I feel very silly afterwards. But I don't think we need to feel silly. It's just our sympathetic nerve system trying to keep us safe. You know? It was an embarrassing situation. I think it's more of a funny, charming situation. You know? No one got hurt. That's what matters. I said that and I just got like a little migraine spike behind my eyeball. Not a full migraine, but probably will end up as one later today. No one got hurt except me. I am taking on your pain. Oops. That's okay. Just sometime I got angry, moved, and fell from bed. I've done that. Rolled right out of bed. Surprisingly painful. And that can be very embarrassing. Let's see. Is that anything? Yeah. Actually, I think that looks okay. All things considered. Now we just have to do it 1, 2, 3, 4 more times. Oh. I mean, Felton, I know what you meant. You're good. Then you were free. You had to make moves. A charming situation. Yeah! And now it's a funny story that you can tell. Strained by your blanket. It was like bed was telling you, like, no, please don't leave. Don't you want to just stay and rest? You had to fend it off. Let me switch to inking. Yeah. Woman entered and saw you're naked. Oh, listen. They probably heard the thump of you falling from bed and was like, is everything okay in here? Came to make sure you're okay. Oh, there she is. Hi, Weiwa. Good morning. How are you doing today? Did you sleep okay? Oh, hey, bud. And you're back as well? Wow. Everybody's here. You did good. I'm just working on Aurelia. Doing some shading. I got flat colors down. Melatonin gummies, my beloved. I'm glad they're working for you. Saved by a hard floor. I mean, listen, if that's what it takes to get you out, sometimes it be like that. Oh, Mallow, I can't pet you, baby. I really need both hands. I mean, I don't need both hands. I can draw with one hand. As long as I have my right hand, but it's definitely going to be slower. Because I am essentially rubbing my stomach and patting my head at the same time. He played a good dance. Speaking of really, we should do some Final Fantasy. Yeah, we should. Hi, Spencer. Oh my god, that gang is all here. Good morning to you as well. Hello, hello. We do need to do Final Fantasy. I'm not gonna lie, I was really, really tired when I woke up, and I almost was like, do I just want to like play Stardew or do my Final Fantasy dailies or something? Then I was like, no, I want to draw. And I need to draw. Oh, Bo. Hero Force saved me. Yeah, you were freed. It just took the shock. It saved you from your mimic blanket that you had that was trying to absorb you. I don't know if you can hear them howling downstairs. I don't really know why. They are so sad. They are. I don't know why, actually, because Bo should be going to the dump with my dad. Usually takes him. Babies. They are, they're so sad. It's mostly Bo that howls, and then Abby's like, I guess I should howl too. Like, no, you really don't need to. It'll be okay. Got idea for drawing? Heck yeah! Co-work! Everybody draw along at home. Social howling, exactly. That pack mentality. Like, oh, one person's howling, then I need to howl too. No, it'll be okay. That was always the funniest with, we had 4 Maltese at one time, and then, my brother had a dog, Ladybird, a shepherd, and she was so good, and she was very sweet, and really, like, didn't bark or howl or anything. But they did, because they're small dogs and they were so yappy. And they would start to howl, and she would have to join in. And it's like, this dog never howled until she came here. Because she'd just be like, well, if they're howling, they must know something that I don't. It's like, no, they don't. I promise, they're just being fussy. Nothing is wrong. Everything's okay. They're just beasts. Little creatures. Did I grab that? Okay. I don't really know what I'm doing with the shading on this. I'm gonna be really honest. I guess I'm just gonna be doing cell shading because that's kind of what I'm doing. But it's not quite what I set out as a plan to do. I'm also going to lighten this green on these leaves, but I might as well just commit for a second. And then I can always lighten it. Little creature. Yeah, I feel like these are too dark. Well, I say it's too dark, right? But if I'm gonna put like an airbrushing layer underneath it, will probably help to soften it. I don't know. I can always change it later. Do I want to leave that as a suggested? No, I like it like that. Hello! Is your name Tyresa Wigglebottoms? That's a very good name. Please let me know how to pronounce it so that I get it right. Welcome in. I hope you're having a good Saturday. Oh, honey. Oh, pardon me just a moment. I just need to blow my nose. Okay. I'm muted, don't worry. Tyresa. Okay, good. Just doodling? Nice. What are you doodling? If you don't mind saying, of course. If not, no worries. No pressure. To your streamer just let you know it got posted Postpone duty. Yeah, I kind of figured since he wasn't feeling well. Ooh. Hmm. Hmm. Might be playing without me next time. Depending on what we're doing for dinner. Because I might be preparing everything like the day before. If I have to cook. But we'll see. Julie, one of your OCs sees a simple flower with an eye. Surprising amount of expressions. That sounds really cute! Eyes can be very, very expressive. Especially if you incorporate a little bit of body language too. And the petals and the stem and stuff. Very cute. Oh, let me do this one up here too. Maybe we'll go out to eat for my mom's birthday. I won't have to cook. I won't have to cook. Actor loves it. No, I don't know because her birthday is also on Easter. So anywhere we go, we would have to probably make a reservation, which I don't mind, but the problem is I don't really know. Oh, pardon me, I just have to rub my eyes. I don't really know if like we're gonna go see her uncle as well, because if we're gonna go see him, I don't want to book us a reservation in a place that's too far for him to travel, you know? Even though like we're driving him, he gets very, very stiff when he's sitting down for too long. So if we have to drive like, you know, a half hour somewhere, he has to sit in the car, and then sitting during the meal and then sitting driving back is... I don't want to push him too hard. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, now for my least favorite part, which is shading them. Curious, I want to just peek at the original real quick. Red Lobster would be good though. It was really tasty. Okay, what if I... Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. Oh, you know what, actually? I can do this in a faster way. Okay, right? And then, because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to core out, because technically the light will be coming right from like the balcony around them. I'm not good at shading, so just pretend like this isn't gonna look like a real travesty as I work on it, as I core this out. I'm mediocre at shading. It is 100% not a strong suit, and I am very well aware of that. What is happening? Oh, I'm doing alpha lock, of course. I was like, why can I not? Here we go. I mean, no. I mean, I don't think it's, I don't think that there's anything wrong with saying or admitting that, because it's true. You know, like, line art is a strong suit for me, but shading and rendering is not. No, it's... Spencer, you're fine. You're fine. I appreciate it. And it's true. It's true. I'm not upset by it. You don't necessarily like... Yeah, no, 100%. It's not something that I really, like, enjoy doing. So I don't really do it a lot, so I don't get a lot of practice. Whereas, like, line art, I love line art. If you ever need a collab or an inker or something, hit me up. I'll do the line art. I love it. But shading, I do struggle with. I think I can do it, right? If I need to or I really want to. But it will definitely take me longer because I'm less practiced at it. And there will be aspects of it that I struggle with, which is fine, you know. Nothing wrong with that. Always not. Well, thank you. That's very sweet. It is my favorite part. And I don't think there's anything wrong with, like, admitting if something is not your strong suit. I feel like it depends on, like, the way you say it, you know? So if I say I am bad at shading, I don't mean it in a self-deprecating way. I just mean it in a... It's not my strong suit, and that's okay. I'm better than I used to be. And I will continue to get better. But for now, I'm just kind of mid. Look at my shading again. Yeah, right now I have just the hard kind of cell shading. I'm probably gonna do like a soft airbrush underneath it. I will also probably like... Probably on some parts of these, I'm gonna go back through and make it a little bit more stark, kind of like what I'm doing with them. So it's not such a vaguely centralized light source, it's more concrete where the light sources would be coming from. Right now it's just kind of like, eh. But I think it's okay for now for the background. I honestly think that shading them is annoying as it is to me will kind of help me figure out. See, now doing this actually makes me question something, because I basically flattened their layers and there were holes, which tells me that there are holes in here. And so there are. Okay, that's fine. I don't no, I really don't. And if I do, I'll usually do very like minimal, kind of like on my VTube or my PNG tuber has like really minimal kind of basic shading. Both because it's just kind of, it just has diffused light because there's no hard light source on my overlay. So it's almost like I usually do just enough shading to kind of imply depth, but not enough to really be full shading. I definitely phone it in. So I don't get a lot of practice with it. I think that's partially why, oops. I think that's partially why on like, kind of on like two of my Akil pictures, it has very like stark, kind of like top lighting, because it's easier for me to shade with a very hard dramatic light source like that, right? Because if it's kind of diffuse light, you're kind of just like, the light source is kind of vaguely here-ish. But if you have a nice hard light source, then it's easier to be like, okay, well there's no way that there could be light on this area, this part has to be shaded because of XYZ reason. Jelly never noticed. Yeah, I just kind of do like really subtle shading to just kind of get by. I'm very, very lazy with shading. I put all my effort into the line art. Here's probably what it is. I put all my effort into like the line art, that by the time that then I'm like, okay, flats is just chill because I'm just coloring. And then I get back to shading where I have to put an effort again, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm so tired. I don't want to do this. That's probably 100% what it is. I wear myself out. I am sneaky. Yeah, and at most I might do something like, get out of here. I might do stuff like, kind of, like a here. Maybe like here. Like just like a little bit of shading. So it wouldn't be like super, super obvious. And then I'd put it like on a lower opacity. That's not what we're doing here. We're doing full shading, but... what song is this? Let's see. It is Lo-Fi Leah's version of Kickback from Chainsaw Man. It is from her season 5 album, which is very nice. And since it's my stream, I can do that. Just the link to the video. I love her stuff. It's very lovely and relaxing. I mean, she's got some jams too, of course, but... Excuse me. How does this look? Another part of my shading, I do a thing and I'm like, does this look okay? Yes, no, maybe, I don't know. Not a very technical way to do things. You know, I was kind of doing this just to kind of map out where I was gonna shade, but I mean, I could literally just leave this and just multiply it or something. It has linear burn. I could even linear burn it. It's not bad. Or just keep it normal, but... I'll be honest with you, I've been trying to find a way to simplify cell shading for years. Yeah, I tried to explain to somebody once that they were like, cell shading is so confusing to me. And I was like, well, it's not. The problem is you really, for me, I'm like, you really just kind of have to understand shape and volume in like 3D shapes. Because all it is just hard shading like this. You're not using an airbrush. I like to do this and then I'll put like an airbrush underneath to kind of give it like a nice soft texture. But I'm like, I don't really know a simpler way to do it other than just going piece by piece and drawing the lines in and I'm sure that there are easy ways to do it, but don't look at me. I always do things the hard way. I'm old like that. I'm crotchety. I'm ancient. I'm an old man. I'm an old backpack seller. I was thinking about that the other day. Every time I think about like, gosh, I really want to animate, and then I like open up any animation program, and it's so complicated. And on one hand, like that's great because there's all these different features and stuff. But I very first learned animation back when Macromedia was a company. And it was just a very simple program of here's how you make symbols maybe, and here's how you create the animations within those symbols, then you can just put them in, and here's how you can like code buttons and stuff if you want to make like a flash game or something. And like I had it down, like I took a whole like semester class and stuff. Yeah, right? Like I can still like picture like the interface and everything. And like you can do a lot in the original like Macromedia Flash. Not like the Flash player, but like the actual animation program. But it was kind of simple compared to what animation programs can do nowadays. And we had to make a web page. Remember when people had web pages? Oh, I remember. I used to know HTML pretty well for that exact reason. And then I kind of fell out of using it. The buttons and everything, Homestar Runner. Yeah. I mean, that's basically what like the class taught me how to do. And it was really fun. And I really just miss like opening an animation program, having my timeline, having my symbols, having my tools, and my canvas in the middle, and I just draw. And I make a new keyframe, and I draw again, and I open a new keyframe, and I can just click on a keyframe and extend it, and I can choose between, what was it? It was like motion tweening. There were like 3 types of tweening, and you could pick between them. And they would do different things for the movement, or you could just draw it by hand if you really wanted. And like I miss that. And I just feel like a dinosaur because it's very much just well, that's nice, grandma, but that's not how things are done anymore, so you need to learn how programs are set up now. And sometimes I'm just sad because like I don't want to. Like I kind of, I'm starting to get it. How older people kind of fall behind in technology. Because sometimes it's like, man, why does things have to be so complicated? Like I don't want to do X, Y, and Z thing. I just want a program that does this. And they just don't anymore. Yeah. I also just hate subscription services, which is definitely half the battle. Because I'm like, if I want to try out a new program, I don't want to have to pay $15 a month to use it. And then also if I stop paying, I can no longer access my files because I don't actually own the program that I made them in. Like, let me buy your thing. I will pay you. Like, Air Server, I bought. 100% I bought it. I did the free trial. I was like, this works great for me. It's a simple program that just mirrors my iPad onto my computer. And that's all it needs to do. And it had a flat fee, so I bought it. I am more than happy to pay for things. But I don't like subscription services. And you know, it is what it is. We only get so much say in the matter, but... if anyone ever asked me, I don't like them. I think, and you know, going back to like animation programs, I think that was one of my biggest disappointments with Procreate Dreams. I'm sure in time, as they keep updating it and fixing it and adding new things, you know, it'll be great. Obviously, I use Procreate right now. And it did not start out this way. It was also kind of like chunky when it was first released. But I guess they kept advertising it of like, hey, it's making animation really simple and accessible. And, you know, at least for like the, you know, an iPad, because obviously there are plenty of animation programs for, you know, desktops. But I don't draw my desktop, I draw my iPad. So I was really, really excited. And it kind of made me like excited for the old Macromedia Flash kind of a program of like, I get to just go in, open a canvas, make a keyframe, draw a thing, press a next button, draw a new keyframe, and like, I just do that. And then it was not that. And I don't know. I was just very, very sad. I think it is still, you know, worthwhile. There are obviously plenty of people that have made great things in it. And a lot of my complaints they have, I think, fixed. About like certain interface things they fixed. Because I remember there was one thing that I was genuinely really, really annoyed and upset with. And then I went to show people and they had fixed it. And I was like, all right, they're on thin ice. I would definitely almost like, okay, and here's the thing that I think bothers me more now because of my day job. Not that I do anything like hardcore or intense in my day job. I am documentation and QA. But in doing that, I am writing software manuals for here's how to use our product from start to finish. Every nitty-gritty. If you have a question, you can open the PDF of the manual and look it up and it's there. And I walk through our product start to finish and log as much as information as I possibly can. That has made me very, very sensitive to how accessible programs are. Because if I need to go and watch like 3 YouTube tutorials and read an entire manual from your website of how to use your product, not like how to learn different tips and tricks or maybe specific features, just how to open up and use your product, I feel like that's a failure in design. I feel like your program doesn't have to be 100% perfect. I think it's okay if more like advanced features require maybe some foreknowledge or assistance. But if I have to go to the community to learn how to use your product, then my time is probably better spent just using a program that doesn't require that. Does that make sense? And that is, of course, just a subjective thing. I'm sure many people do not feel that way and don't mind looking things up, or just don't have, you know, problems with, you know, different user interfaces and stuff. Yeah, I'm not gonna say that my experience is universal. That's just silly. But for me, I think that is kind of a bit of a stickler in my craw. I don't think stickler in my craw is a phrase, but it sticks in my craw, I think is what I'm trying to say. Okay, I am making sense. You know, and of course, like I say that is like the products that I do log and document for, I think are quite accessible. Because I am a layman, I didn't go to school for, you know, computer science or anything. I went to school for foreign languages. So if I can understand the product just by picking it up and using it, I think I'm like the perfect test case, right? I have no background in it, but I can figure it out. So the people that are actually designed to use this probably have more of a background and they'll know even better. So if I can do it, I'm like the perfect test subject. But then also if I can't do it, then maybe there are ways that it can be improved to become more accessible. I don't want to watch you. Yeah, I'm looking at how to do a thing. It's because I'm doing a thing. So please, yeah, yes, 100%, yes. That also drives me crazy that everything is a video. Sometimes I like it because I like having the visual aid. And especially if people make a really nice video where they really walk you through it step by step, I think that can be a valuable resource. But sometimes I just want to read the instructions myself. Like, I don't want to sit here and scrub through a 30-minute video. I just want to see the answer. Like, I just want to get to the point, please. I agree. I'm with you. I'm picking up what you're putting down. And then, you know what? Chef's kiss if somebody makes a video and they write the instructions down, like, in the description. I love them. I love them. They're my favorite. They're my favorite person on the internet. It has to be super specific and like just the direction. Yeah. Also, Mallow just did a big floppy. She's just laying on her side. She got her little head down, her little eyes closed. Can I sneak a picture? Or will my moving alert her? Oh, she's like big cozy. I see her like giving me a side eye. Okay, let me... let me transfer this from my phone to the screen. And then you can also see how big cozy she is. I wish my my phone took better quality pictures, but it is what it is. Where is oh, did I get rid of it? That's okay. Oh, this is not what I need. Oh well. Oops. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Whoopsie. Uh-oh. Whoopsie. Whoopsie. Uh-oh. God, I have so many browser sources. No. Oh my god, it's not a window capture. I'm an idiot. That's my problem. I'm looking for, Am I crazy? Here we go. Okay. I was like, I know I have, like, a window capture that I keep for, like, pictures. Oop, there she is. Look at her. Behold the creature. She's just, like, unconscious. She's big sleepy. She's big sleepy. She's had a big morning of being a little bunny, you know? It's hard. It's a hard life. She wakes up, she gets fresh lettuce and hay and water and kibble. She plays in a blanket fort, she gets snuggles. Like, my god. How does she do it every day? Oh, I was over here. It's amazing that she can even keep up, you know? She's truly God's strongest soldier. Such a full schedule. I know. He's a hard worker. I'm not gonna delete this window capture because apparently I removed it from my little sources here at some point, and I don't know why. Why would I do such a thing? Anyway, I'm old woman yells at clouds. Is the point. I wonder if there are holes. No, I mean, there's just holes. Never mind. I was gonna say, I was like, I wonder if there's holes because I merged, like, alpha locks. No. That's not what happened. Yeah, because even though it's behind this pillar, not behind it in the sense the pillar's covering it, behind it in the sense that just depth of field. Okay, I think what I'm gonna do, just do this at first. I don't think I'm gonna keep this because this doesn't make sense lighting wise, but just, you know, the kind of the pull of the fabric. That probably doesn't make sense what I'm trying to say. You know, end of day art is fake, so. Ah! Are we listening to... No, we're still lo-fi, Leah, okay. I just feel like they've been like a couple Zelda songs. Okay, they're just house. Okay, pretty sure. I'll probably like do this and then maybe like a second shading. Like an interior, you know? And linear burn's kind of intense, but I kind of like it. Actually. I like linear burn. Let's just wheel on through. Hard light. Hard light's not bad. Oh, pin lights would make such a cute pink. I'm not gonna use pink in this, but that's cute. Oh my god. There we go. Yeah, that's good for the shading, right? This is good. We're gonna go with this, right? We can make them green. And there's a part of me that doesn't hate that. Not the green, but it makes me think of something else. You know, Actually, let me... Kind of makes the reds quite red, though. It'd be nice if I was trying to warm the picture up. I'm really not. Oh, there, yeah, there's the green. It's not bad. How do we say hard light? Hard light's a little bit more vibrant. But maybe that's not necessarily better. I kind of like this. I'll think about it. Can I achieve this effect with just a different layer, you know? Or a different filter, rather? Where's blue? Blue's quite nice. Blue I think maybe fits better. Maybe this is too purple. I don't really want them to be purple, I want them to be bluish. Okay, we're gonna do that. I like that better. I changed my mind. I immediately changed my mind. I'm gonna lower that because we're gonna add some interior shading too. Be okay. So that was linear burn 25. I just want to grab this. I'll probably adjust it, but yes, this is going to need cleaning up. It's okay. Lots of cleanup. This is the part that I hate. This fine tune shading. Oh my god. Oh, it's on this layer. Okay. I was getting a little ahead of myself. I feel like I don't want this much like shading. I feel like this is not gonna go well, and it's just not what I want. This is too dark. I do want like that, but I don't want that though. I guess I could just 15. I mean, I could also just cheese this and, you know, just... You know, it doesn't even look that bad, actually. Okay. Never go wrong with a little cheese, that's true. It just gets some real cheddar in here. Oh, clothing folds, my beloved. You asked me to draw clothing folds? I've got you. You asked me to shade clothing folds? I think I left my oven on at home, and then I'm sprinting out the door, and you never see me again. There's just a little cloud of Acme smoke. Okay, this I'm not going to shade because I'm going to like color the line art. It will probably be like this color, but that's on the line art layer, so. So it's just gonna have to wait. I think the other thing that I struggle with shading is balance. Right, like, because I can get like super detailed with the shading and I can do like every tiny little clothing fold and stuff like that, but then it almost feels like it's too much. But then if I do just like one or two things here and there, then I'm like, well, then why did I bother? And I think that that's just a practice thing, right? It's just learning when it's too much, when it's just amount. Being properly informed by the environment that you're referencing or setting up. Absolutely, then yeah. That's also, it's the same reason why I struggle with backgrounds, is I always struggle to know when adding little things to the environment is too much and then it becomes super busy, or when it's I haven't added enough and it's just super empty. Or worse, like the characters are super detailed but the environment is really empty and then it's just like, oh. I mean, that was why I consulted you and Kume, the brain trust, on like the Halloween pictures, because I was like, I want to no, because I wanted there to be stuff in the background, but I didn't want it to overpower or clutter, so on and so forth. So I do not have a trained eye for such a thing. Not yet. I gotta work on it. That kind of blends. Not good way. That's fine. I kind of figured I'd have to adjust the colors of like the railing and stuff like that. It's not a problem. Well, I mean, it's a problem, but it's a problem for future me. Current me is in the process of sewing. Yeah, well, yeah! Welcome back. I'm in the terms of reaping and sewing, not like needlework sewing. Sorry. I am not crafty in such a capacity. The craftiest I've ever been is probably when I crocheted. And to be honest, I miss it so bad. I liked just making big old squares. Like, I liked just the rhythmic movement of crochet. But the problem is that it's a lot of strain. Well, the problem is it's a lot of strain on your hands and wrists and your fingers, which I also use for work because I type all day. And then I draw for my hobby, and I play video games for my other hobby, and I write for my other. So, like, unfortunately, all of my entire life revolves around my hands. So hobbies that include my hands, that's why I had to stop, is because it was starting to hurt my hands really badly. I loved it. I had so much fun, but I had to give it up. I should try to get back into it. I should like rotate it out with something else. That was I've been trying to like keep a notebook as I study like Russian again, just like vocab and stuff, and like writing on pen and paper, because I don't really do it very often anymore. Like it hurts. It hurts after a little while. Like my wrist gets really strained because when I'm drawing, I'm just like gliding over a canvas. You don't need to like press down to get the ink out. And I was just like, I tried to do it the other day and I had to stop early and I was like, oh my god, I feel so old. Like, I can't write on pen and paper. I can, but... Look at them just so in love. Their weird eyes. Doing some crimes. Layth hair. My problem with writing is I've become so used to how quickly typing goes that I cannot handle writing. Like, I want the words down now. Yeah. I definitely do the embarrassing thing of if I mess up, my instinct is to like tap to undo. I'm very embarrassed by it, but I'm embarrassed, right? Because it's like, oh, you know, you're so used to your technology that when you're handed paper and pen, but I'm like, but it's literally muscle memory. Like, it's not anything. There's nothing wrong with that. But it is still very funny. And I had to, I like messed up, and so I had to just like, I like wrote a word wrong, right? And I messed up, and so I had to just, I was writing with pen, so I had to just scribble over it, and I was like, ugh! I was like, that's awful. I don't even like feel it happening. Yeah, no, same. It just like it was just such an automatic response. I was the same way. It's just so like force of habit. Even in programs that I use that don't have like gesture controls, I'm still like, I have the muscle memory to like reach for the undo button, right? So either way, I'm getting got. Play me like a damn fiddle. I just miss being able to write in general. Yeah, it is kind of nice. Like, even just writing vocab out like 3 times each. Like, that used to be such a pain when I was in school, but it is genuinely like a very helpful learning tool to just kind of set time aside to like just write the word and just learn the muscle memory and to just see it over and over. Like, what is it? On average, you have to use a word like approximately 70 times before you have started to truly memorize it. So it's like, when you're in school and you have to just like do these drills, like, yeah, they're boring and they're annoying and they're tedious, but they are genuinely helpful. And it was kind of nice to just like open my little like purple notebook, because I use my purple one for my vocab, and to just kind of sit and just write basic words just over and over. Nothing complicated. It was almost kind of like a nice warm-up in a way. It was nice. Oh, you mean creative? Oh, sorry. Sorry, creatively. Yes, I really got a notebook to write notes on so I don't forget. Yeah, I definitely, like, I need to write things down. If I write something down, or if I type it out, like, that will help, right? Like, I'll message you, be like, I'm gonna do this thing later today. You don't need to acknowledge this message. It's just I've made myself accountable by telling somebody and writing it down. But, like, physically writing it down, just the action of doing it really helps me actually remember and learn it. But creatively, yes, also. I feel like it's been a while since I've written something. I've started a few things and then I just have no steam for it right now. And it'll come back, I guess. And if not, then oh well. It's time that could be spent doing other things. That's okay too. Oh, what is today? Today's the 16th. Ooh, next Friday Princess Peach comes out. Well, technically, shading would be closer to her hand, overlapping it. Okay. Yeah. Next Friday, dude. Yeah, I haven't tried the demo. I think I'm probably just gonna throw caution to the wind and just get it. If I don't like it, then I will. But it looks really cute and fun. I'm not too worried about it. Do I dare put just a little? Yes, that's not bad. Okay. What that may be? I also really almost played Snufkin today because I really want to play it. I want to play it myself. Like, I don't want to watch other people do it. I want to play it. And I was very tired, and I was like, do I want to just, play a game instead of draw? I wanted to draw. Snufkin. It's so good. Yeah, I saw that it was, you had said that it was kind of short, which is nice. I would imagine. I feel like there's not much to do, which is okay. More games need to be shorter. I like a game that I can sit there and kind of play incrementally over time, right? Like, that's why I like Stardew, because I can put the hours into that. But also, sometimes I just want to pick up a game and finish it and put it away. Most of my favorite games are that. Are just a condensed story. I can start, finish, and move on. I like that? No, I don't. Oh, I have not flipped this in a while. I mean, it should be fine. It's okay. Just little cotton candy hair. He's so fluffy. He's like whipped cream. No, actually, I don't like that there. His hair will be kind of empty, but I don't care. Whatever. Maybe found him hair? Nice. Oh, the beasts are gonna start acting up. I might have to mute for a while. Yep. Okay, I need to do something with these background colors because I don't like them. I don't dislike them, but you know, we'll see how they hold up to a value check. Oh my god. Definitely need to be darker, I think. Oh, for goodness sake. That helps, I think. Doesn't look like it changed at all, but it did. I zoom in. Incrementally, but it did change. A little more bluer. I got those shrimp eyes. What is this? Oh, this was like their original line art. Okay. Imperceptible in a value check. Oh, you found Asterian's hair? I mean, it's not a bad hairstyle. He makes it work. It's just so hard to find fluffy hair. Yeah. Sometimes it's a little weird when I log into Aurelia and she has straight hair and I'm like, who are you? You're not my daughter. I mean, she looks cute, like... But I'm like, this is Aurelia, you know? She got her fluffy hair. She got her mom's curls. I can fix her. I could fix her too, but I don't want to commit crimes and take photos. That's true, because you can do it. You could be her little hairdresser. I do... Okay. Right, like, this is not a very perceptible difference. But I do like it a little bit more blue. Just because I think it looks nicer. It didn't really do much for value-wise, but... It's a rabbit hole. I just want a few 50 crimes later. Yeah. It's not even that. It's more of I'm just lazy and I don't want to set it up. I know it's not hard to. I just don't want to. I feel like I'm insane. I feel like I didn't actually change anything. I mean, I didn't really. No, I did, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm so bad with colors. Like, am I insane? But maybe the desaturated does look, I don't know. I was forever again. I'm just... Okay, I'm gonna turn my iPad. Yeah, okay. There'll be the big black marks on the side, but it's fine. I just need this to be bigger. Yeah, I mean, it's not... It's the kind of thing where if I was going to fix this, I would need to do something more drastic, probably. I just don't really want to. Okay, what's gonna happen is I'm gonna have to just leave this and come back to it with fresh eyes. Because I'm hemming and hawing too much and I'm getting stuck to ideas that I might need to leave behind for the betterment of the piece. Which sounds very dramatic, but sometimes it's like that. And sometimes coming at it fresh will be like, why was I clinging to this idea? Other idea looks so much better, you know? If I were to say, like, this is finished, like these are the final colors, I wouldn't be upset, right? That's where I'm at. I don't think that these colors are bad, but there's a part of me that's like, can I make them better, you know? Let me also, I'm not trying to select my layer, stop. I was just trying to raise the brightness on my iPad. Which will also help if I can see what I'm doing. I definitely want to, if I'm gonna do this. I'll saturate that a little bit better. Yeah, gives a little bit more life to it. I think if I were to say, these are the final colors, I could live with it. But I might tweak them. They might also end up looking a little bit different if I go back through and I add just a little bit of an airbrush underneath. I don't know. I'm gonna flip this back. Oop. I don't know. I definitely don't want this to be gray. If I'm gonna commit to this bit, then I need to do that, so. I am going to, I think, make this lighter. Maybe. Oops, I didn't see what I raised it by. Oh well. And it stands out a little bit. I don't know. I think we'll leave this here for the day. And come at it with fresh eyes. Let's see. Working on it for almost 8 hours. Do I dare? Whilst I'm just being a little silly Billy. A little glow. It's not bad. Kind of gives it a nice soft effect. Nice soft feeling. Actually, even while I'm thinking about it. I don't know if I'll keep this, I just wanna. A little soft. Oh, actually, that's kind of nice. I think it also doesn't help that this background is very, like, this same color. So all of this kind of light blue periwinkle down here just kind of blends, which is not good. Quite bad, I would say, even. Oh, hang on. Waggling my eyebrows. Pretty simple fix. And then that helps tie in the reds in their colors as well. It's quite cute. I like that. Okay, we're gonna leave the little lovebirds for the day. And we'll do maybe some airbrushing stuff tomorrow or just whenever is next. Give them a little because they're so in love. They're cute. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna give them a little smooch. I'm gonna tuck them in. Oh, let me get rid of this layer because I don't need that. Any other layers I can clean up? Oh, we can do the fun, God, there's so many layers. Don't look at how disaster it. Okay, is this just the background? Yeah, we can get rid of that then. Eh? What do you mean locked? What's locked? Oh. Okay. Fair enough, Procreate. You were correct. I made an assumption. Okay. Give him a little smorch on the head. Tuck him in. Oh yeah, these are my warm-ups for the day. Pretty good. Pretty good if I do say so myself. Oh, yeah, I did draw a Lima. Yeah, I don't, you know what? I don't really want to draw anymore. Maybe we'll just do some doodling. She's up to no good. Maybe we'll just color in Lucy and Lima and then call that a cooldown and just be content. We're gonna one layer these little tater tots. There she is, there's my little french fry. Her little face blushy. Frenchy fry. I don't think I have like Lima's palette, but I can approximate it. She can be a little off model as a treat. Okay, it's just a cooldown. I actually think it was more desaturated than that. I'm thinking about it. Well, you know, to be honest, maybe this is that far off. Remember, kids, always do your cooldowns and your warm-ups. It's good for you. It's good for your hand. It'll be good for the results of whatever you're doing. This is actually quite dark. The cape is much lighter color, much lighter blue. The inside that's kind of dark. Okay, oh, and let me also just belt buckle. Why did I do that? She's up to no good. She's up to mischief. Okay, great. This was Mallow up here eating hay. Alright, not a particularly long stream today. Oh no, just kidding, it's been 3 hours. Okay, never mind. I don't feel bad anymore. I thought it had only been 2 hours. We'll go back to the Lovebirds since this is what I worked on. There. Okay. I'm gonna call it there because I gotta get up and stretch and get some water and, you know what, get some fresh air because it's finally really nice out. Ugh. But thank you guys for hanging out. Thanks everybody who stopped by to say hi and chit chat and draw along at home if you did. Did a little co-working. Let's see. Are there any friends streaming right now? Nope. There are no friends streaming. Okay, but how about this person? Looking beautiful. Thank you guys. Yeah, thank you guys for hanging out. Well, I got an ad, but let me look at their channel real quick. This was under my little recommended channels, so I kind of wonder if maybe we already know this person in passing. She's very cute. Her her VTuber is very cute. She's also doing art. Oh, well. Hmm. It's okay. Okay, it is a followers only chat, but that's okay. Consider giving them a follow or don't. No pressure either way. We're gonna go and raid. We're gonna go raid Honey Goblin. They seem like kind of a big channel, but their art looks really cute. So we'll just go say hi. And if you want to follow them, you can. And if you don't want to, no pressure. But we'll go art to art. Art to art. And if you do want to follow and say something, I have 2 little raid messages that I made. They both use like little Twitch global emotes, or you can use your favorite heart emotes. You can do whichever you want. But again, it's followers only, but no pressure. You know, do what works best for you guys. You know what? I'm really bad at ending these things. So I'm gonna go to my ending now screen and thank you guys again for hanging out. And then I'm gonna just send you guys off. Have a good rest of your Saturdays. Thanks again for hanging out. And I'll see you guys around. Let's go check out some cute art. Okay, bye.